Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. In this video, we're going to talk about one thing that you can do to speed up, to enhance, to just make your life better, but also bring in more manifestations. And this one thing, we're going to dive right in. It is all about giving whatever you're wanting to call in. So I know this might be tricky because if you're like, oh, I'm trying to call in a vacation, how do I give a vacation in order to get one? And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we have to first ask ourselves, what feeling is this vacation going to bring me? What is your soul yearning for? Okay, so make a list of all the things you're manifesting, right? Put it on the paper and then do a little dash. And next to that thing, I want you to write down the feeling that it's going to bring you. And then once you have that on the paper, you're going to now know, okay, my soul is looking for this. It's looking for fulfillment. It's looking for peace. It's looking for joy. And then you take all of those different feelings and emotions and states of being, and you start being it right now, because that is your truth. So when you start to be it, you start to give joy, you start to be peace, you start to be the example to others on how to create this kind of state of being. You are being your desire. And then you really start to enhance your light and your vibration and your frequency because you're feeling like that desire, the feeling that you're yearning for is already here. So that's what I mean by you have to give what you're looking to call in. So this goes way deeper under the surface other than just manifesting money, a trip, a desire. You're now being and living from the space of the feeling you're looking to experience, which means you're never without it. You can access any feeling, any emotion right now. You can feel fulfillment as if you have the thing that you're looking to have because you realize that that thing doesn't bring you anything. You and your mind and your heart and your soul is in control of how you feel and how you function and what you're being and who you're being. So I'm here to tell you that those things that you're looking to manifest, they're not going to bring you happiness. You have to first know this about yourself, that no external thing could ever possibly bring you the joy and peace and love that you can experience being connected to source. And you know that feeling. I always dance before I film content. It's just something I do. It's my relationship to me and source. I'm opening up my channel and I always end up crying when I'm dancing because I just feel so much love and I feel so connected. And I'm so proud of how far I've come. You know, I used to be that depressed mom who lost her kid and I just was so sad all the time, but also putting on a happy face. So I was internally suffering. So for me to be dancing alone with no outcome, no external thing, I don't have $1 million, I don't have a partner, I don't have anything that's making me happy. I am just tapping into myself and loving myself so much and bringing myself the things that I need, the music, the joy. I'm creating it all on my own. And I know when I am giving myself the opportunity to express myself in that connection to source, manifestations don't matter because I know that I'm going to attract amazing things when I'm connected to source and to myself. So we first have to be and give what we already are and what we're looking to call in. And in that moment, when you're connected to yourself and to source and you're feeling that love, you don't want anything else. It's almost like other people will be a distraction, more money will be a distraction. And we're not rejecting those things, but it really is a sacred moment. And it's really, really lovely to be able to share that with somebody else and not for the sake of them feeling what you're feeling. You're not sharing it to be like, oh my gosh, I want you to feel this too. You're just saying, I'm in such a good state right now. And I hope you are too. And if you're not, it's okay. But let's just enjoy this journey together. Let's just have fun. Let's share our moments of manifesting cool things, but also let's recognize how we're feeling without those things. I have my one friend, her name's Amanda, and we text all the time. And she's my one friend that she's just like, her belief is money falls from the sky. It grows from trees. It always just falls into her lap. So we love sharing our stories about how we just enjoy life and we just experience magic and it just shows up. And she's my person who we share our joys with. And the other day, she texted me, she jumped into my phone and she was just sharing like 5 or 6 different things that had happened where the universe just showered her with money. It was like back to back to back. And we both know like that feeling isn't what we're yearning for. She was already feeling that feeling before she received that money. And now it's just like we share it with each other. We're like, this is so fun. Like, I wish the whole world lived this way. That when you get into the state of being it and giving it, that's when it just kind of floods in. You don't have control. And then we can share it with others and then it inspires others. So, this whole video is to teach you to access any emotion, fulfillment, feeling, state of being. Try to figure out how to access it on your own without the yearning for something else. And if I just heard a voice, I just got a message for somebody that say you're living in an environment that's not fun, right? You're dealing with maybe somebody who might have narcissistic tendencies and maybe they want to control you. You're in that situation to grow. Your soul put you there. You're everywhere you are is perfect. So when we're in something that's uncomfortable and we're not in that blissed out state, feeling so good, just connected to source because we have these distractions around us, this is your lesson. This is you learning to walk in faith and leave those environments if that's what you feel called to do, and really sit in a meditation and ask yourself, what is the highest path for me right now? What am I here to learn, Spirit? Spirit, teach me, show me the way, show me how I can heal whatever I came here to heal. Maybe it's a karmic completion with a family member. Maybe there's some sort of tie that you guys have and you have to heal it before you can move on. There's a reason for everything, but ask to be shown, open up your connection. And sometimes, I know you might not want to hear this, so open up those eyes, ears, and hearts, but sometimes the lesson is to be in the chaos, to learn that resilience, to learn how to find peace in the chaos. If you can still find your peace, your joy, your fulfillment in an environment that's icky, you have mastered it. You've mastered your mind. You've mastered your energy. You've learned boundaries. You've learned how to seclude and how to come back to yourself to make change from within, to make change externally. So a lot of times, I know for me in my past, there's been so many different, I've moved 7 different times in the last like 8 years. I've hopped around different environments. And the main lesson was I was not trusting that God and the universe would provide for me if I was on my own in a nice apartment. And I would always like leave the apartment because I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to have enough money in 4 months. So I would dip out and go live with family because I was scared. And I would attract situations that would cause me to have to move. And it was a lesson of, okay, I need to learn to sit in this discomfort and know that the money will show up. I am worthy of having a beautiful apartment by myself. I don't have to lean on family. And I told myself this story that I can't survive on my own. So, one of my biggest lessons in my life was learning that I have to learn how to do it alone. I'm 41 years old and I have never had a home. I've always lived in apartments, I've always lived with family. I've only lived with a partner. I had one partner, 2 partners who I've lived with. One was my daughter's father. My daughter's here. Her name is Micah. She passed in 2012 from a muscle disorder. Bless her sweet little heart. She changed my life. But I lived with her dad for, I guess, 8 years. And then I had another partner after him and I broke up. We lived together for about a year. So I'm 41 years old, but I've only ever lived with 2 men. And I've never had a home. I've never had a house. And I've always really, really wanted that. So I had to surrender to this plan that was kind of out of my control. I had to learn how to do it on my own and not rely on somebody else. And when I finally learned that lesson, I found peace wherever I was. And now I know that right now I'm in this apartment and it feels good. And I know the universe will move me when the time is right. And I'll know and I'll follow that inner guidance because it's going to be what lights me up. It's going to be what feels good. So this message is for somebody out there. If you're in an environment that you don't enjoy, I need you to go within and ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What lesson am I not learning? Am I not believing that I can lean on source to provide for me if I break free and go live on my own? Or if I say no to this thing that is hindering my spirit? So that's a big move, right? But it's also not that big of a move because it's going to literally empower you to be stronger and to build your faith. And sometimes those small moves might seem like big moves, but in the end, like looking back for me, it was like the best move I ever made was trusting and living here by myself and understanding that I am protected and safe and I am always being provided for. If I didn't take that leap, I would have never learned this. So don't forget this message that when you are manifesting a new place to live, if you're in an icky environment, if you're just wanting to call in money or opportunities, you're first going to identify what is the feeling connected to the thing you want. Do you want freedom? Do you want your alone time? Do you want satisfaction? Do you want experiences? Do you want to see things? And then you're going to start being that. You're going to start feeling that state of being before it manifests because you just want to experience it. So you're going to choose it for yourself. And you're also going to say, open me up to your highest plan. I am open to receiving this desire when the time is right. I'm not going to force it. And that keeps us out of suffering because the ego wants to control. The ego wants to tell you that you're incomplete without that thing. The ego likes to tell you that your happiness is determined by an outcome. And when we can shoo away all of that and say, I have everything I need right now, I can access any state of being inside of myself first. I can find joy connecting to spirit because a lot of times that's the most fulfilling energy feeling you'll ever have is being alone with yourself and connecting to the universe and to your higher power. There is no external thing. Trust me, I've been down a dark road. I've been to the depths of my mind and my soul after the loss of my daughter, and I've been in suffering for years. And I know the feeling. The highest feeling I've ever felt is when I am connected to myself and to source, alone in my house, doing absolutely nothing. And I just feel the presence of love and I can tap into it. And it's just such an energy of wholeness and completeness. And it's oneness. You're retethering yourself to this tree of life that we're all connected to. And then the yearning for everything else stops. But as a byproduct, those things start to flood in because you're just being that energy. You're being in the state of being that you're looking for. So remember, always give and always be what you're looking for. That heals the lack energy. All right, lovies, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me and my channel. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to connect your energy to mine. I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day. All right, peace out.